Everybody, it's Tony Kriz here again, and we're going off the highway with that man right there, my friend Leroy Barber. Leroy is the author of Red, Brown, Yellow, Black, White, Who's More Precious in God's Sight? A Call for Diversity in Christian Missions and Ministry. So Leroy, in light of your book, what is the one thing or a big thing that we're just not getting about diversity and ministry?
So I think the word justice is thrown around, and I think if we're going to talk about justice, if we're going to be having campaigns around justice and what this all means, I mean, it seems like one of the larger injustices to me is the lack of diversity and the lack of relationship that good people trying to do good things have a big blind spot, on. It seems to me if you're going to stand for justice, that it should be evident that where that starts is with my organization or my life or my church or my mission, that everybody's represented there, and if they're not represented there, how am I truly being an organization that represents justice? For me, it really starts there. And so if people can look at your organization, look at your life, look at your work, and not see diversity and not see various voices, how are you a proponent of justice? This is a big question for me.
Yeah. So I'm in these conversations quite often, and inevitably, the next thing that's said most often by a white person is, "Well, isn't that just tokenism?
Right.
Where's the real sort of integration in that?"
Right. And I would say if we're saying there are no qualified people of color, right?
Right.
Then I would go with that answer, right?
Right.
But where there are qualified people of color to do this work, then it's not tokenism. It's just you're not going to the places where those qualified people are. You're not asking them to be a part. You're not even considering them in your hiring. And so the idea of tokenism doesn't even for me come into the conversation, because just take African Americans alone, right? There are 150 historic black colleges and universities in this country. 150. That's a lot of people who are being trained to understand and know leadership, right?
There you go.
So there's no lack of leaders. There's a refusal to have these conversations.
And it brings into question the very relational dynamics of the people who are asking those sorts of questions.
Right.
Leroy Barber, everybody. Red, Brown, Yellow, Black, White. Who is precious in God's sight? Pick up the book. Thank you, Leroy. Appreciate your time. See everybody soon.
All right.